Hey guys. Okay, I think I'm gonna do diary entries. I don't know. I guess I just sort of talk about what's been going on here. This is my third week of school. We didn't have school yesterday, but we started back up today. So I have acting 1 with Guy William Molnar, and I really enjoy that class. If I ever go in with like a bad feeling, I always come out feeling really good because he's just such a great teacher. What else? I have play analysis with Steve Ernest. He's a really good teacher, but sometimes he gets off track, and he really loves showing YouTube videos, so sometimes we'll spend about 20 minutes doing that type of stuff instead of actually working. But it's really intriguing getting to sort of break down what plays are about and stuff, so that's fun. What else do I have? I have that, and then I have an hour break, so usually I go get lunch, and then I have basic musicianship with Dr. Powell, and he's awesome. He's very funny and uses a lot of really stupid puns, but it really gets the point across. And even though I've played piano, there's still things that you find out in that class, and it's really cool because you're learning piano while learning theory, which I think is like the best way to do it anyways. So it's really cool that you just get to combine those two, and I get to take that class. So I'm really excited, and I really like that class, and I'm excited to see where it's going to go. Then after that, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays are different for my 1 o'clock slot. Sometimes we have a master class with some of the voice teachers. Usually they do, in the past years, they've done a boot camp thing where you sort of sing in front of the teachers, and the teachers pick who they want as their students. But this time they just sort of assigned us. So all the musical theater girls, all the freshmen, are with Ann Benson. And she's awesome. She reminds me a lot of my past vocal teacher, my classical one back home. And she's really nice. And I have my voice lesson with her on Thursdays. So sometimes we have to go to class on Mondays and Wednesdays, but sometimes we don't. And then we don't have class Friday. Then after that, I have honor seminar with Dr. Whalen, and he's pretty cool. That's probably my heaviest class when it comes to work. I still have to read maybe 50 pages out of a 90 reading page assignment, but what's nice about it is we talk every day. After we read, we talk, we break it down, so it really sort of takes the weight off of I don't understand this, and so he's really good about that. And he told us we could skim, so now I got through 30 pages in maybe 45 minutes just skimming. So I have that, and then my last class of the day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, is U.S. History. And Professor, I think it's Price. I have to get it right. I think it's Price. Price or Perry or something like that. It starts with P. He reminds me a lot of a combination of the 3 teachers back at my high school, Mr. Blackney, Mr. Berry, Mr. Evans. He's just sort of a combination of that, and he has a southern twang, and he's just really funny. And he says, I don't use any of that technology stuff. He's like, if you want to know what this person looks like, look him up. And he just talks the whole hour, which in some cases some people might dread that, but you just sit there, and if there's something interesting, or he'll say, now this would be a really good test question. Everybody's writing it down. Everybody writes it down. And then that's the end of my Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. And then Tuesdays, Thursdays, I have 1 class today, which is acting 1. Then Thursdays, I have my voice lesson at noon. Then I have acting class at 1:40, and then I have an audition class with Stephen Gross at 4:30. And that's a really interesting class. You get a week to prepare, so you have to go find a piece of music based on what he assigns. So this past week was Big 5, which is Rodgers and Hammerstein, Rodgers and Hart, Gershwin, Porter, Cole Porter, that type of stuff. So you get a week to prepare it, and you can go and work with Steven and sing and stuff like that. And that's really interesting. And it's a fun class, and it really gets you prepped. So that's my Thursdays, and then Fridays are repeated. And we have this thing called Common Hour on Fridays at 1, where we basically just talk about what happened this week, what's going to happen next week, and stuff like that. So that's what my class schedules are like. This past weekend, which was Labor Day weekend, Saturday, I went with a few classmates and we went to TAPS, which is, I'm going to mess this up. I need to look it up. It's theater, it's basically our scene shop is what it is. But I just want to make sure I say the right thing because I don't want to butcher it. Where is TAPS? TAPS. Come on. It's here somewhere. Theater Arts Production Studios. Theater Arts Production Studios. So, I worked at TAPS from 9 to 5, and working 9 to 5. Okay, just had to do that. So what I did is I took a piece of flooring that had been part of the set of Spelling Bee, and I worked with an upperclassman and 2 other girls that are both acting majors, and we cut it and figured out how it would fit in this 8x10 area. And so I got to use a saw and I got to use a staple gun, and it was just a lot of fun. And then we painted the floor and we painted around the sewing room and stuff like that, and it was just a lot of fun. So I did that from 9 to 5. Then we all just kind of hung out on Saturday, and then Sunday, what did we do Sunday? Oh, yes, Sunday I went with Rain to the Tanger outlets, which are just down 501, and I finally got my license, and I was driving with it, so I was really happy about that. And so my parents left me the 11-year-old van. It's 2000, I don't even know what it is, but it's green, and van, and it's mine, and it's pretty, kind of. And so we drove there, and we went to Forever 21 and Lids, and Banana Republic, where we just kind of gawked at the pricing and how pretty the clothes were. And then after that, I went and watched Iphigenia and Other Daughters rehearsal, which Rain is in the chorus, and that was really interesting. And I was really glad that Monica got to see me, and I got to see Monica, who's directing it, and she's just, we call her a unicorn. She's just this, she's so one of a kind, because she's worked at almost every Shakespeare theater you could think of in the country, and she's just awesome. And so that's, Monica's directing it, and that it's going to be a great show. So that was Sunday, and then yesterday was basically just a kind of catch-up day. I went to the library and worked, and then I took Rain over to TAPS because the chorus girls had to get fitted for clothes, and then she went to rehearsal, and then I took two of my roommates, Gabby and Megan, and another friend, Madison. We went to CVS, and then we went to Walmart, and then we came back, and so we bought some things that we needed. So yesterday was really just kind of a lazy day. So yeah, so I'm starting my 3rd week. I have auditions on Friday, which I'm nervous about, but I'm excited. Yeah, so I'm preparing 2 16-bar songs and a monologue, and we'll see how they go. And most of the main stage we have Boeing, which is a farce about this guy who has 3 fiancés, all of whom are flight attendants, and they all end up coming to his house on the same night. So that's where the chaos unleashes, and it's a lot like Lend Me a Tenor, where it's just door slamming and shoving people into rooms and being like, don't come out. So there's that, and then Anything Goes is our main stage musical, which is tapping and fun times. So there's that. What else is there? And these auditions are for the entire season, so 2011 to 2012, which is really nice, because some places they're split into 2 semesters, and then other places to take them one at a time, which can be a lot, especially when you're thinking about the homework you have and the other classes you're taking and stuff like that. It can be a lot. So that's why it's really nice that we have one night. The general auditions go from 2 to 7, and then from 8 to 10 is a dance call, and then Saturday is all callbacks. And some of the shows might even be cast after Friday night, but they're not going to put them up because they don't want everybody freaking out. So that's really exciting. I think that's it. I don't even know if this is going to get posted, but we'll see. Alright, that's it. Thank you to whoever would watch this. Alright, bye-bye.